The US President Donald Trump has called for a total ban on Muslims entering the United States from 7 Muslim countries, including Syria, Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Libya, Somalia, and Sudan, for 90 days, and suspended the admission of all refugees for 120 days. For Syria now, the United States is completely out of bound state. Here is the announcement from the horse's mouth.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
Time magazine on February 13, 2017 quotes Donald Trump saying that our goal is to keep out radical Islamic terrorists coming to the United States against whom our soldiers are fighting overseas. A total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States was his slogan during elections, and on January 27, 2017, he made it possible. The New York Times, in its January 28, 2017 edition, sees Islam itself as a problem in the light of actions taken by the US administration. Such a reversed positioning of Islam and Muslims in the Western media reminds us the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when the birth of Islam was considered as a problem and a punishment to the unscrupulous sins of other religions and their followers. Unfortunately, Donald Trump is surrounded by anti-Islam advisors and strategists in the White House like George Freelane and Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon, a polemical filmmaker and internet bomb thrower, calls the contemporary position of the United States against Muslims as a new political order in his email to the Washington Post. He proudly calls himself to be like Lenin, who was eager to bring everything crashing down and destroy all of today's establishment. Hate mongers in the United States are taking great advantage of the situation and are creating havoc for Muslims in the entire Muslim world. More than 892 hate groups are operating only in the United States, and media are giving them huge time and space, wherein they are claiming that we have to secure the existence of our people and a future for the white children. They say it's not Islamophobia when they really are trying to kill our children. Dear viewers, how world at large is viewing this sorry state of affairs? Let's have a look. Iran's Foreign Affairs Ministry says that Trump's immigration order is insulting and a gift to the extremists. It further says that Iran will take reciprocal measures in order to safeguard the rights of its citizens until the time of the removal of the insulting restrictions of the government of the United States against Iranians national. Iraq also expressed its regrets and astonishment over the ban, saying it was unfortunate the decision has been made, despite the two nations achieving victories in their joint fight against ISIS. Similarly, Sudan's Foreign Affairs Ministry said that the Sudanese people are heir to the ancient Nile River civilization, which is marked by tolerance and peaceful coexistence. The ministry called on Washington to remove Sudan from the US list of states that sponsor terrorism. On the same analogy, Yemen Deputy Prime Minister said that the ban is not justified and supports the terrorists and sows divisions among people. He said that attempts to classify Yemeni citizens as a probable source for terrorism is illegal and illegitimate. Responding to the actions of the United States against Muslims, British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson described the ban as divisive and wrong, while London Mayor Sadiq Khan said the move was shameful and cruel. Prime Minister Theresa May was reluctant to issue a statement on the ban. Later, she came under pressure from the MPs to condemn the ban. She eventually then put out a statement saying her government did not agree with it, but said immigration was a matter for the government of the United States only. On the other hand, Britain's most vocal Brexit figure, Nigel Farage, welcomed Trump's executive order. He was elected to get tough. He was elected to say he would do everything in his power to protect Americans from the infiltration by the ISIS terrorists. There are 7 countries on that list. He is enlisted to do that. He was voted on this. Farage told this to the BBC. France, though recently hit badly by the terrorism, but its foreign minister Jean-Marc said that welcoming refugees was a duty of solidarity. Terrorism does not have a nationality. Discrimination is not an answer. He said that on Twitter. German Chancellor Angela Merkel said that the necessary and divisive fight against terrorism is nowhere justifies a general suspicion against people of certain beliefs. In this case, people of Muslims' faith and from a certain origin. These actions are against the core idea of international aid for refugees and international cooperation. Turkish Deputy Prime Minister Mehmet Şimşek said on Twitter that refugees are welcome. This is one of the few statements to emerge from a Muslim country not on Trump's blacklist. Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull said that it is vital that every nation is able to control who comes across its borders. He is one of the few leaders to openly show support for the ban. It is important to mention that according to Pew Research report, Australia tops among the most Islamophobic countries on the planet. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau defended the importance of welcoming refugees without explicitly referring to the Trump's executive order. He said that those fleeing persecution, terror and war are welcome in Canada. Pakistan's Interior Minister Chaudhry Nisar denounced the travel ban, saying it would not affect terrorists. Instead, Nisar said it will increase the miseries of the victims of terrorism. The government of Saudi Arabia has not publicly taken a position, but its international airline, Saudi Airlines, has issued a statement which, according to CNN, says that citizens from the 7 affected countries will not be permitted to travel with Saudi Airlines. Citizens with diplomatic visas or who work for international organizations and hold valid visas are an exception. Dear viewers, the world at large is in a state of panic and chaos due to widespread contemporary Islamophobic discourses and actions. We shall keep on watching these developments and continue sharing with you. Till next, Allah Hafiz.